Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. I have been so looking forward to filming this. I cannot begin to tell you, because this is my best of 2017. So basically what I've done is I've gone back through all of my best and worst of beauty videos from 2017, and I've tried to figure out which of the products that I really liked I just think are the best discoveries, the things that I just cannot live without, and I've bundled them all together in front of me. There is quite a few, because in some months it would be like choosing between children, absolutely impossible, so I have picked more than one thing. But I thought I would just take us through my top things of 2017 that I have tried. So this is the best of the best, and yeah, I cannot wait to show you what products I chose. First things first, I need to draw attention to something. This is probably my new favourite t-shirt. I think this is its first outing actually, and it's super soft, it fits me really well, and it's Game of Thrones related. So can life get much better than that? I am not sure, I don't know. This is a high point for the early part of 2018. Would you like to see it? I'm assuming you're saying yes, so I shall show you. If there was ever one phrase in the whole of Game of Thrones that I can think of that I would want on a t-shirt, it would be this. I drink and I know things. Because I just think that's brilliant. Anyway, back to my best of 2017. What I'm going to do is go through everything in order. So obviously starting with January, finishing with December. And it was really exciting looking back at all the discoveries I've made and when I made them and how long things have been in my life for. And 2017 was just the year of some amazing discoveries. So let's start with January 2017, and for me there was just one product I had to choose, and it's this. Some of you may well recognise this. This I unboxed in my M&S Beauty Advent Calendar in 2016. God, I'm really having to think about that. 2016, and it featured in my best and worst of beauty for January of 2017. And this is the Rosie for Autograph, so it's an M&S own brand product, and it's a lip glossy in the shade Supermodel Smile. And this was an instant hit with me, and I still love it. I still reach for it. There's just something about this I really like. All I've got on is lip balm right now, so I'll pop some on and you might be able to just about see it, but I have worn this so many times. There's still a fair bit left, I think. Last time I checked, this was out of stock online. Oh goodness, that's all I've got left. So that's what it looks like twisted out, but I think that's still going to last me quite a long time. But it just is so easy to put on. It's a beautiful nude with a bit of sparkle to it, and I take this with me all sorts of places. It's just a really nice way to pop some colour on your lips without a mirror, because I don't think I ever use a mirror with this. I don't know if it's massively going to show up, but it's gorgeous, and whenever I wear this, someone always asks me what it is because they like how it looks. And I like how it looks too, it's really pretty. So that's the first one done. Next up we've got a slightly random one, but this was honestly a total game changer when it came to dyeing my brows at home, and I'm sure lots of you already know what I'm about to show you. I know. If you're not familiar with how I dye my brows at home, then this probably is not what you were expecting to see right now. But it was thanks to a lady called Hayley, who I saw on Instagram, who posted a video of her actually dyeing her brows with Just for Men, moustache and beard. And I was just like, what? And apparently this hack has existed for a really long time, and I'm so glad I discovered it. And yes, this is still the same box that I bought back in February, and I absolutely love it. I've actually coloured my brows today, so I don't have a huge amount of product in them at the moment. It's mainly just the fact that I've coloured them. But if you want to see how I do this and how it all works and all that kind of stuff with my brow routine, I have done a video on it. So I will pop a card up here if you'd like to check it out, and I'll also put a link in the description box. But yeah, amazing discovery. It's so much cheaper than most other brow dyeing kits on the market. Not that it is a brow dyeing kit, but because of the fact that this is designed to be colouring hair on the face, then it works just as well for the brows as well. So I absolutely love it. I'll continue to buy it. I have no idea when this is going to run out, but it's still going strong, and I've probably got about half of each tube left, and I've nearly had this a year. So I can't remember what my prediction was in that video I did, but I think I said I'd be using it for the rest of the year, and I was absolutely right. Next up and on to March. This is the first month where I couldn't actually choose just one thing, and you'll understand why when I show you these two. Because we have an amazing, not just foundation, but CC cream from It Cosmetics, and then we've got this crystal deodorant from Native Unearthed. So let's go back to the CC cream for a minute. This was one of these products that I have wanted to try for the longest time because I feel like so many beauty bloggers talk about it, how amazing it is. It's got, I think, a 7-step thing to it which will make your skin amazing. It's a moisturiser, a serum, an SPF. It's got colour to it as well, so it will actually blur everything on the skin. It comes in really nice packaging, even though mine looks totally haggard right now. And yeah, I was desperate to try it. And this was part of a today's special value on QVC when I picked it up. And I've got it in the shade Light, which is definitely not light. I would say it's more kind of a light medium, probably leaning more medium, because I can just about get away with it. It is quite dark on me, but when I put it on my skin, it doesn't completely cover everything. It just makes me look like I have gorgeously healthy, glowy skin. And therein lies the only slight drawback with this, which I do feel like I have to mention, is unfortunately I get quite shiny with this, which is gutting because it's so easy to use. You just pop it on like you would do your moisturiser, and it just makes your skin look beautiful. I love how my skin looks with this. It looks so natural but really radiant and absolutely gorgeous. It's just the shininess situation, but I can kind of forgive it. I can blot, I can put a bit of powder on. I can get past it just purely because of everything that it does to my skin that I love and how it makes my skin look. So absolutely love this, and it's still going really strong as well considering how long I've had it for. I don't use it every day, but I do use it quite often, usually a couple of times a week, so it's lasted really well. And then back to the crystal deodorant. I got this from Latest in Beauty, and it was pretty much an instant hit as soon as I started using it. And what month did I say this was? It was March, I think, didn't I? So I've been using this for 10 months now. I haven't used any other deodorant. I think it's amazing. It's lasting unbelievably well. The only couple of points I would say if you're curious about going down the crystal deodorant route is I have got into the awful habit of running it under the tap before I use it, because you do have to use it either on skin that's wet already, so when you've come out of the bath or the shower, or maybe you want to moisten the skin with a flannel or something, or you can run this under the tap to wet it. I don't recommend doing it that way because it forms a bit of a strange shape. So it's not really worn down in terms of the length, but it's actually got skinnier. I mean, there's still an absolute ton of product here, so it's not really an issue. It does kind of slop around a little bit in the packaging. Again, that's not really much of an issue, but this was such an amazing find. I don't think I would ever use any other deodorant at all. And yeah, I have no need to. It doesn't make me smell, as far as I'm aware. No one's told me that I smell. So absolutely love this, would completely recommend it. This one in particular is the Native Unearthed natural deodorant, and this has got curcumin in it as well, but they do actually do a plain one as well. So absolutely love it, strongly, strongly recommend because it works and it's lasted forever. Moving on to April, I've got a slightly sad looking bottle of Dove Nourishing Care Shower Oil with Moroccan Argan Oil. Now, I was in the bathroom looking for this. I only just used this the other day and I was thinking, where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. And I found it lying down like that in the shower caddy with the top off, and it's made the product inside look a little bit yucky. Normally it would be beautifully clear and almost looking a bit like honey, I suppose, in colour, so I don't quite know what's happened to that. But anyway, in terms of the product itself, I really like using this for shaving. So shaving my armpits, shaving my legs. It just makes the process so much more pleasurable because you're able to get a really close shave, but it gives you enough slip that it doesn't feel as though the razor's really dragging over your skin at all. So that's the main reason why I like this. I don't really use it for anything else other than that, which is why it's also lasted me a really long time as well. So it feels really nice, it makes your skin feel lovely and moisturised. And yeah, I will continue to get this because I used to use one from the Body Shop, which I loved, and I used it for exactly the same purpose. It was really similar looking, but they discontinued it. So as long as this is available, I will continue to pick it up. Next up, I have another well-loved beauty product here, and it is this from Weleda. And I'm pretty sure I just said that wrong, didn't I? Because who is it who laughs whenever I say it wrong? Weleda? I don't know. Let's just move over it. You know what I'm talking about. It's their very famous skin food, which I'd been desperate to try for the longest time, and you can see that this has seen quite a bit of action. It's really good for dry skin. I tend to just use this on my hands and sometimes my feet as well. I do suffer with a pretty horrible skin condition on my hands, so I do need to put stuff on it which will look after them, and it does make me a bit nervous when I try something new, but this was absolutely gorgeous. I really like this. It's a bit of an odd texture, it's very thick, so you do have to really massage it into the skin for it to feel as though it's sort of getting anywhere. But it's done wonders to my dry skin. I absolutely love it, so I would definitely recommend picking this up if you suffer with dry skin at all. Next up, I'm moving on to June. It was another month where I just couldn't pick one thing. So I have these two products right here. I have got Hairstory's New Wash, and the size that I've got here is the one that you get if you subscribe, and they send you this beautiful big bottle. And I've also got this Balance Me Super Moisturising Hand Cream. So if we talk about this one first, this is quite a pricey hand cream. I think it was around the £10 mark, and I picked it up from Latest in Beauty. I'd never really tried much from Balance Me before, but this hand cream is absolutely gorgeous. It's very moisturising, as the name would suggest. You get 100 ml in here, so it's a pretty decent size, even though it is quite expensive. But the main thing I love about this, and I'm actually going to put some on right now because I could use some hand cream, is the scent. It's got the most gorgeous kind of lavender spa relaxing scent to it, which you wouldn't necessarily expect, and it's actually quite a potent scent as well. So much so that whenever I use this and there's someone else around, they'll quite often say, "God, what is that smell? It's lovely." And I'll just say to them, well, it's this gorgeous hand cream that I just really love. And once it's worked into the skin, it doesn't leave much of a residue either. It really does sink in and feel gorgeous. But it also smells really nice too, and it's very relaxing. So it's quite a nice one to use in the evening, but to be honest, I just use it anytime because I really like it. And it's still going really strong as well. I actually take this to work with me in my handbag. It's very happily in there and gets used quite a lot. So onto something else that smells really nice as well. Back to New Wash again. Originally, Hairstory sent me a whole bundle of their hair stuff from the US for me to test out, and I instantly fell in love with this New Wash. It's essentially the only thing you need to wash and condition your hair, but it feels like a conditioner. It's kind of like a co-wash. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm officially addicted to it. I've been using New Wash again since getting this bigger size, since I think it was like mid-November, and I am a little bit worried about how quickly I'm flying through it because it is expensive, but they could do with a strip down the side of the bottle just so you can see how much is in there. I'm gonna guess it's maybe about half full, so I don't think I'm doing too badly really, because that is coming up to what, 2 months that I've been using it. But for the pouch that you get for this size, it is quite expensive. It's by far the biggest investment I've ever made in my hair before, but I wanted to make it because after trying the smaller size, which lasted however long that lasted, it was a little while, my hair just felt so incredible. It felt so nice that I just had to get it back in my life. My hair's not looking possibly the best right now. I'm experimenting with my hair care product drawer of shame and thinking I really need to get through this. And apparently my hair's not cooperating today because it's dried, not actually very curly at all. It's actually gone quite flat. But this stuff is gorgeous. It just makes your hair feel amazing. It cleanses it even though you think it's not going to, because it is just essentially like washing your hair with conditioner or something. It smells gorgeous. I'm totally addicted to the scent of that. It's beautiful. It is like a really fresh, gorgeous kind of spa scent. I absolutely love it. And with this really big size one, most of the time when I'm washing my hair, I just use a pump, which doesn't look like a ridiculous amount actually. It's probably about sort of that size of product really, and then I might put a little bit, maybe half a pump just on the ends if I feel like it needs it. But I could literally talk about New Wash all day long, so I will wrap it up there. But if you are curious about how this stuff works and want a little bit more information, I have actually done a couple of videos on New Wash by Hairstory, so again I will pop a link up here and down in the description box for you to check it out. Moving on to July now, and I tried a moisturiser from, I think it was Latest in Beauty. It was the SKNRG Cellular Repair Moisturiser, and it looked like this. It came in this little travel size bottle, so I haven't splurged on the full size because the full size is I think about £50, which is a lot of money, and if I'm going to spend £50 on a moisturiser, I at least want to try a few within that price bracket just to make sure it truly is special enough and worth it. I did actually pick up a second one on eBay because a lot of the time if people get these size products that they're not really interested in but they have quite a high retail value, they do quite often pop up on eBay, and I used the first bottle that I had and it did last quite a while. There's no size on here, but I'm going to guess it's maybe around 10 grams or 10 mil or something. And I thought, right, I want to try it again just to see if I liked it as much as I did. And I do actually really like this moisturiser. It's got a bit of a funny scent to it. It's kind of green smelling. It's like it's doing very healthy things to your skin. But I love the way it makes my skin feel. It feels very nourished, but not to the point where you feel like you're going to go hyper oily either, which apparently in the world of skincare, when you have oily skin, that's quite a hard balance to get, because usually you're kind of in hyper oily territory or you're in just sucking the life force out of your skin territory, where your skin doesn't feel nourished and it just feels dry and uncomfortable and horrible. And happily, this moisturiser is actually really beautiful. I'm not quite ready to pick up the full size yet. I do still want to try a few others. There is actually another quite spendy moisturiser that I'd like to look back at again from having a sample of it. So there are a few other things I'd like to try first, but certainly this one's in the running. It's a really nice one. August was a particularly good month, and I could basically just about whittle it down to 3 products from my best and worst of beauty. So just talking about this massive one first, this is the Boucleme Curl Defining Gel, and I actually won this. They had a giveaway on their Facebook page, and amazingly I won this unbelievably massive, I think it's a 1 litre, yeah, 1 litre bottle of the Curl Defining Gel. I'd never tried it before, but oh my goodness, am I happy that I tried it. I keep looking at it thinking, oh, at what point do I either need to get some more, or do I need to go back to the hair care drawer of shame that I mentioned and pick something else? Because I am down to here. So there's still a fair amount of use left in there. But this litre bottle has lasted me since I think I won the competition. Yeah, it would have been in July sometime. So it has lasted me a really, really long time. I think this size retails for around £38 if I seem to remember rightly. What I like about this, and there aren't many hairstyling products that stand out to me, is the fact that it's a very lightweight gel. It doesn't really feel like much when you're putting it in. It gives a nice amount of slip to the hair as well, so you can style it and get it looking how you want. Incidentally, that's not what's on my hair today. And it leaves no stickiness at all. So you can dry your hair and you've got no residue on your hands at all, which I just don't think I've ever encountered before. But it leaves your hair really nicely defined, and it doesn't look like you've got a ton of product in your hair either, which is a massive plus for me because I don't like walking around looking like I've got a ton of product in my hair. I just want people to assume that my curly hair is just how I've happened to wake up, which those of you with curly hair will know that's just not going to happen for most people. But this really helps to give me the kind of hair that I want. It feels really nice. It still feels just like normal hair. It just looks really nice as well. So I am seriously tempted to pick this up again because I do really like it. And I've tried a ton of hairstyling products, but at the same time I kind of feel like there's still a whole other world of stuff out there that I need to try. So but then I do really like this, so I probably will end up picking this up again. But yeah, really like this. What an amazing find. So the other things from August I've got is this Earle Instant Boost Skin Tonic. This I recently mentioned in my empties video where I said this is currently the toner to beat because I love the scent, I love the packaging, I love how it makes my skin feel really fresh, doesn't leave any residue, and yeah, I can't really add much more to that really. It's definitely the toner to beat, and I can't actually imagine finding anything that I prefer to this. So I absolutely love this and I will continue to buy it for quite some time, I think. And then the last thing from August I've got here, this is from L'Occitane, and this is their green tea and orange, I think it is, scent. It does have it written in French, but I'm not going to attempt it because I'll just embarrass myself. But absolutely love this perfume so much. When I first got this through a Latest in Beauty box, I wasn't completely in love with it. I mean, I've used a ton of it and look how much is left. There's absolutely loads. It got to the point where when I discovered that I actually really liked it, I was wearing this daily for quite some time. I absolutely love it. It just does not last on me. I need to top it up after only a couple of hours really, which is a shame. It is an eau de toilette, so whether an eau de parfum would be a little bit better, I don't know, and make it and maybe last a little bit longer. But oh, I just love the scent. It's fresh, it's floral, it's sweet, it's really, really pretty. I absolutely love it. So I don't think it's going to be running out anytime soon because I have worn it a lot, but when it does, and if it's actually still available, then I would definitely get the full size of this. I think it's gorgeous. September was a really easy pick, and it was this shower gel, which I have raved about so much, and it's got to the point where I'm kind of thinking, have I overhyped this? Are you guys going to try this and think it's not that special? It's special to me. I absolutely love this stuff. I recently did an order with Waitrose because that's generally where I managed to pick this up from, and it had a third off, so I was like, right, brilliant, because this is my last one that I've stolen out of the shower, which is maybe about half full or something, which I'm very sad about. So I thought, right, I'll order a load because it's got a third off. Happy days. When the shopping arrived, they obviously didn't have any available because apparently other people like it too, can't believe it, and they substituted it for the eucalyptus one, and I just said to the driver, you can have those back, because it's just not as good as the Relax Therapy Rose. I love this stuff. It's a nice texture, it's a good price, the scent is delightful. It's a really nice, sweet rose scent, and I just don't want to be without it. But apparently, if I can't pick up any more, I am going to be in a minute because this is all going to be gone. But I love how it makes my skin feel. It cleans without stripping away too much, and it makes your skin feel really moisturised. It's a lovely thick texture, it lathers really well. It's just an absolute pleasure to use, and I love it. And I don't want to be without it. But then you guys know that because I've raved about this so much. Right, we're getting down to it now. We're on to October, and again this was a pretty easy one, but I did have to pick two things. One of them I have, the other one I don't, because it was in my last empties video and has now been thrown away. But it should be a little thing of the Advanced Therapy from Fresh, the Sugar Lip Treatment. So we'll talk about this one first. This is a palette I picked up from Tarte in the sale, which unfortunately I don't think you can get hold of this anymore, which is such a shame because it is gorgeous. I reach for this on the daily. The colours, although unassuming and maybe not incredibly exciting, really do it for me. I think they look beautiful. They're so easy to use. They smell really strongly of chocolate or cocoa or whichever thing it is that Tarte shadows are supposed to smell like, which makes using them even nicer again if a little bit hungry and wanting some chocolate. But I just love the colours. The only colour that I haven't actually used much of is this black down here. I tend to stick to the more browny sort of shades, but I absolutely love this palette. And I've talked about it a lot and I have used it a lot as well. So really love this, and it's such a shame you just can't pick it up anymore. The Advanced Therapy from Fresh, the Sugar Lip Treatment, I absolutely love. I recently talked about in my empties video when I sadly threw it away. I was absolutely gutted to get rid of it. It's a beautiful lip balm that's really creamy, long wearing, it smells nice, it's gorgeous, it's a little bit expensive, hence why I don't have a replacement yet, but I would definitely like to pick one up at some point, so really love that lip balm as well. On to November, and I've got this brow product here from Hourglass. This is the Hourglass Arch Brow Pencil, and I've got mine in Warm Brunette, which, as you probably know, it's not quite the right colour for me, but I think I can pretty much get away with it. This is what I've used on my brows today, and it's very easy to use. It deposits a beautiful amount of product. When you blend it away, it doesn't completely go, it just blends the perfect amount away, and it hangs in all day as well. And I think that this is going to last for a really long time as well, because you really don't need very much, but it's a really nice formula that when you put it on, it just doesn't deposit too much. It is just the right amount. So I absolutely love this, but I honestly can't imagine me using anything else because I absolutely love this. I love everything about it. I love the packaging, I love the spoolie and how nice that feels. Obviously the product itself is really good as well, so absolutely love it. And for those of you that have missed him, somebody's just come back from the park, but we're nearly done anyway because we're on to December now, and December was another month where I couldn't just pick one thing, so I have got these two things here. The first of which is this Aiko brow gel. This is in a universal shade, I think, and it does actually, as far as I can tell, work from a universal point of view. You don't need very much. It looks really good when you put it on. This size I picked up from, I think it was Space NK, from the travel size section, just because I wanted to try it before committing to the full size. But there is actually 4mm in here, which is half of the full size, so it's pretty good really. And I really like it. There's not really anything that I dislike about it, because even if you go wrong with it when you're putting it on your brows, it's very easy to clean up. It just disappears. However, when you do put it through your eyebrows, it just makes everything look so much better, so much more well defined. It makes your brows stay in place as well if you should have that kind of problem where they might be flying around all over the place. And it does add a little bit of colour as well. So whereas this Hourglass Arch Brow Pencil isn't quite dark enough, when I put some of this on the top, it just takes it to the point where I'm happy. And that is the combination that I've got on my brows today. So absolutely love both of these. And then the very last product I have got from 2017 is this one, which I unboxed in my M&S Beauty Advent Calendar. This is the mascara from della Palma, and it is their Siglione Lash Booster Mascara, and I've been wearing this in pretty much every video of mine you will have seen from mid-December, I think, when I unboxed this. I absolutely love this mascara. It's amazing. It doesn't smudge on me. It gives pretty decent instant drama, but you can pare things back a little bit if you want it to look a bit more natural. But it makes my lashes look really long as well. So it just makes me think of all the rubbish mascaras I've used and blaming my lashes and thinking my lashes are the issue. And then I just look at this and I think, well, actually, it's possible because they did it. So for me personally, this is the current mascara to beat. I think it's fabulous, and I've never tried anything from this brand before, so I'm excited to see what else they have got for me to try. And that is everything. That is my roundup of 2017. I think I've almost got enough there to do a full face of favourite things, which is exciting. But I made some amazing discoveries last year. I've also tried lots of things that I won't be going back to, but those can be equally as important. But it's really nice to just go through everything that I discovered last year and just remember when I discovered it all and just sharing it again with you guys, really. So if you made any amazing discoveries in 2017, let me know in the comments. I'd be really curious to find out what your discoveries were. But that is it from me today, so I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon. Bye!